guys, so I woke up to some interesting stuff on my Facebook feed today. I follow a blogger, CM Calgary. It used to be Crack Max Calgary. It was named after a Crack Max 7-Eleven or something. I don't know. Anyways, I follow this blogger. And so he posted about an experience he had last night where he found someone OD'd on the C train station. And he actually had to help give chest compressions to save this guy's life. And it took 4 Narcan and an EMS unit, obviously. So multiple people affected by this drug overdose. And at the end of the day, the guy didn't want help. Once he came to, he didn't want help. And I mean, that's anyone's choice. They don't need to be forced to go and receive help. But it's so sad because that one person who OD'd has now affected, I want to say at least 3 or 4 people's lives, like traumatically. And for what? Because they're addicted to drugs? And at the end of the day, it's really sad because there are some people that are addicted to drugs and they just fell down the wrong path with the wrong people. And now because they're so addicted and they're so far gone, they don't know how to come back. And then there's other people that really just want to destroy their lives. And so it's really hard to distinguish those people. And then how do you just turn around and say, well, I'm not going to help you because you're not someone who wants help? Like, that's not how we were raised in a society. You're raised in a society to try and help thy neighbor, right? And so it's such a frustrating thing to see. Like, there really is a war on drugs in our city. A major issue that is brought along with these drug users is obviously homelessness, because many people get themselves so far in debt they can't afford to have accommodations for themselves. And what then happens is a lot of these transients, I guess that's what I would call, are homeless people, and specifically not necessarily homeless, because there's homeless people that aren't drug users. I want to say the homeless drug users, they're the ones now that are like infecting our C train platforms. Like, there's certain train stations you would never want to let your children get off at because they're literally people with heroin needles. There's people smoking crack. And there's people that are throwing machetes, like literally attacking people with machetes. And this seems to be just like a normal everyday occurrence in our city. And so, like, the easy thing is to tell, like, a homeless person who's on your city transit platforms, obviously, that's not a good place. We'll just send them to a shelter. Well, I'm finding out as I do a little more research on this, a lot of the shelters that we have in our city are alcohol-free, drug-free, which, I mean, I completely understand. There's families who need this. There are homeless families. Like, there are groups of people who aren't drug addicts that just need a safe place to live. And so now there's a struggle between, okay, where are we going to house these families who need somewhere to live? Where are we going to now house these drug addicts? And the thing is, there is no place. They're running out of shelter. There is no place. And so humanists were like, okay, well, let them have the C train stations. Well, we just had one of the coldest damn winters I have ever seen. It was minus 43 today and yesterday and the day before. Like, it's been fucking cold. And what did the city do? They went and they took off the doors of the heated shelters on the city platform. Yeah. So in order for them to mitigate the homelessness and drug use on the city platforms, they took off the doors to the warm shelters. So any person, any civilization person, like any citizen who was just planning to take their regular commute and has to take the train system because they don't have any other option, are being forced to wait on their platforms for their trains in minus 45-degree weather because they want to eradicate the homelessness on the city transit platforms. This is crazy. Like, it is a vicious fucking cycle. And I'm really starting to learn that obviously it comes down to politics, because where's the funding going to come from? Who's going to appoint that money? Like, who is going to send it out and make sure that it's accounted for? Where's that money going to come from? Like, there is an issue. There is an issue going on in our city, in our province, in our country. Guys, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this?